name is Luna, and you're listening to Infinite Souls, a podcast for that real talk about consciousness, spirituality, and realizing our infinite potential. Mucho, mucho love and light. Hello, Infinite Souls. Welcome to another show. I have a special guest on today. Say hi, Colby.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God. I'm so excited to have you on and so excited to meet you. And thank you for being here. It means a lot, honestly. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This is going to be fun.
Yes. I already feel it. So I like to open the show with a little icebreaker question.
All right. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous. Let's do it.
What are you grateful for?
Oh, I love that. I'm grateful for a lot, but I'm really grateful for good weather right now. I love being outside, and I like to take these like daily walks, and it's been I'm in Atlanta, so it's been a little cold, but now the weather's really beautiful, so I'm grateful to just be able to go outside and just like walk in the sun and feel the sun on my body. It's just grateful for that.
I love the sun too. How's the weather over there in Atlanta?
Well, I'm kind of being a brat right now because I'm from Michigan. So like, I don't know why I'm acting like this is super cold. It's really not, but it's probably, now it's heated up. It's about in the 50s, but it did get pretty cold for Atlanta. So I was over it, but we're back now.
Good. I see the sun shining over there. Yeah. That's pretty cold for me. I mean, I'm a California girl, so
that's freezing for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be having a big ass sweater, big scarf,
layers, scarf. I got you.
I know people make fun of me, but it's just how I am, and I'm Mexican, so we.
Oh yeah.
Over there,
you gotta be layered up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. Okay, so that. I do want to talk a little bit about your business because you are not only a conscious content creator. Like, how about you let us know what you do? So give us a little introduction about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Colby Janine, and I always say that I am into crystals, consciousness, and the occasional conspiracy. I love a good conspiracy, just a little bit. So I own a crystal shop called Gemsy. It's completely online, and that's a ton of fun. And then I make a lot of content about consciousness, so meditation, spirituality, all that fun stuff. And I do get, the occasional conspiracy, nothing harmful, just, alien vibes. So yeah, and I'm also, I know it's a lot of ands, but I'm also a songwriter. I've been a songwriter for 10 years. And yeah, I write for different TV shows and sometimes artists as well.
That's amazing. Wow, you freaking do it all. How do you do all of that? Like, I really want to get into how you manage to do so much because I have a lot of ideas and I do a lot of things as well. And it's new for me. So I am learning how to manage my time.
Got you.
And stay motivated. So how do you do that?
Well, the good thing is that I never have an issue in the motivation area. Like I'm one of those people that if I'm sitting still too long, I'm like finding random work to do. So I don't have that problem ever. If anything, I'm kind of too motivated. Like sometimes I need to just sit down and do nothing and chill. But as far as balance, that's something I'm always working on. I don't think I have it all figured out. But I do know that meditation has been one of the best things for me in terms of just getting my business flowing smoothly without overworking myself and grinding to death, with my mental health, with really every aspect of my life. So I would say that meditation is one of the key things that like balances me. And it's funny because like in the beginning, I was like, I don't have time to meditate. I'm doing a million things. I'm here, I'm there. And it's like, there's like, I think it's a Buddhist like proverb that's like, if you don't have time, you should meditate for 20 minutes a day. If you don't have time for that, you should meditate for an hour.
Mhm.
I kind of paraphrase, but it's something like that. And it basically is saying, like, if you think you don't have time to meditate, then you really need to be doing it. So, yeah, meditation.
Yes. Oh my God. I agree 100%. 100%. I am a huge meditator. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm so happy that you're a meditator too. It's
Gotta
honestly
do it.
life changing.
It really is. And it sounds like it's hard because a lot of times when you're telling people about it, it sounds like you're just trying to sound like spiritual and like, better than them. And it's really not that. Like like I don't know how else to tell people. I'm like, no, do it. Like just try it. Like it will help with your intuition. It will help you make more money. Like a lot of people, maybe they don't care about the spiritual aspects, but if you just want to make more money and be more productive, meditate, because it just clears all of the junk out of your mind, and you're able to like make clear decisions, make fast decisions, be a great leader, a great everything. So it has its perks.
Uh-huh. Yes, it does. I don't think it has all perks. It's all perks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually just watched a live stream that Dr. Joe Dispenza had. I don't know if you saw.
I love him. I didn't see it.
Oh my God. So he had this, they did this, obviously the study for like, I don't know how, a couple of years since like the virus started and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's been studying it forever, right? And so they just released the data that says that meditation makes you create this protein called serpin A5.
Mm.
And that protein basically coats your cells. And so when the virus attaches to the cell, it inhibits one of the factors, so it can't get into your cells. So it just lays.
Wow.
So
See?
so you can recover from the virus quickly if you've had it, or if you already have it, or if you get it.
Wow.
But a lot of people didn't get it. Like I honestly, I meditate twice a day, and my house, I live with a lot of people. I have roommates,
Yeah.
and everybody had COVID. Everyone. And I tested and I was like negative, and I was good. Like I've been healthy, like
That's amazing. You know what? I will say something really interesting, and hopefully this doesn't get like flagged or whatever, but I'll keep it cute. But same thing. I really do. I mean, I definitely trust the science and all of that, but I do think there's like a vibrational component to it that we just don't fully understand yet. So, and any doctor will tell you that like the best way to know like how their patient is going to turn out, say you get a cancer diagnosis, is the mental state of the patient. The patient who feels, is positive and optimistic, they have a better chance. Like they'll tell you that. So I found it interesting because the entire time since the beginning of this whole V word, I've been not that V word, the other V word, but I've been like thinking to myself, let me keep my vibration high, make sure I keep it high. So I'm protecting my immune system. That's important. Don't add extra stress. And there was a period, it was like a full moon. I was so stressed out. Like I was doing it to myself. I was so stressed out. I was so unhappy. I was crying. I was like feeling so low and sorry for myself. That's like, one of those moments. I had it. And the next day I caught COVID. I hadn't been anywhere. I didn't do anything. Like I work from home, so I hadn't been anywhere. And the next day I just woke up and I was like, I think I have the virus. Like I just don't feel good. And I tested positive, and I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. The one time that I allowed myself to like really like get
Yeah.
down there, and I caught it. But immediately I was like, okay, no more of this. And I was fine. I had one day of symptoms, and then I was completely fine.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you recovered like this.
Yeah, I was still doing my walks outside. Like I was like,
Meditating.
I was like, the mental component for me was the most important. I was like, if I can keep my vibration high, I'm gonna be fine. I'll get through this.
Yes, exactly. That's since the whole thing started, I've been telling people, you just have to keep your vibration high. Just keep your mind, body, and soul your vibration of those three high, and try to align them, like the best you
Yeah.
can. I know sometimes we have things that happen, life happens,
Yeah.
but you have to like, work on it, and you'll be good. Like you're good. You have to also believe that you're protected, that you are
Yes.
protected.
Yes. 1000%. But I
Mhm.
will say, last thing, I don't want to keep talking about, this,
Oh yeah.
but I will say that it did, I try to find the positive in everything. And I will say that it got me back outside because I had been inside working, working, working. I hadn't been going on my walks. I've been going to the gym, which is not the same. And after that, I was forced back outside. I had to do all my activities because I couldn't go to the gym, in fact, everyone. So I was forced back into nature. I was forced into solitude. I was forced to meditate because there was nothing else I could be doing. So for me, honestly, I feel like it kind of helped me spiritually. Like I kind of leveled up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you needed it. Like you needed
Yeah.
because when I get sick with anything, it's always when spirit is telling me like slow down, you need to chill. Like you've been doing too much.
Exactly. And it
Yeah.
forces you to like, oh, here
Yeah.
you go. I tried to tell you.
You've been hearing those thoughts, girl, but you haven't been listening. Yeah, it's always like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so meditation is what helps you manage your time and your tasks.
Yes.
I want to get into conspiracies because you like it. I was like, oh, child, she loves conspiracies. I do too.
I know. I watch your
Oh
TikToks.
my gosh. So, what's your favorite conspiracy? What is
Oh
it?
my gosh. Okay. I have so many. But the craziest part, and I know is that a lot of things that would have been considered conspiracies years ago, they're not conspiracies anymore. Like it's known. So let's just say that we've been knowing. We've been knowing. But I will say one of my favorite conspiracies is the Denver airport situation.
I don't know
Like,
that one.
you don't know about that one?
No, no.
Well, let me tell you. So
Oh,
it's
yes.
pretty it's a little complex. So like look into it after. But it's essentially that the airport is like it's really freaking creepy. It's so creepy. You go there, like I think it's like one of those connected to like the whole Freemason situation. But it's very crazy. They have this huge mural in the airport which depicts like some crazy post-apocalyptic death scene. It's a freaking animated, like it's like a cartoon, but it's like people dying and children, and it's horrible. And it's in the airport. Like it's just art. It's a huge mural. They have all of these crazy different pieces. There's a conspiracy that there's like some huge base underneath it. It's wild. You gotta look into it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have to check into that because I don't know. I don't think I heard about it specifically the Denver airport, but I did hear about like the being like what was it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
The just symbolism, being in everywhere, like everywhere, especially here in LA because I'm
Yeah.
in LA. Where was it? I think it was a Chinese theater in Hollywood.
Oh,
They were
okay.
showing like symbolism because they have like Egyptians on there. Like there's like
Yeah, I know what
right,
you're
you've been
talking
there.
about. Yeah.
And also the observatory they were showing.
Really?
Yeah, like you look at the murals on the ceiling. That's what they were saying. And then it has like the all of the astrological signs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. They're saying some stuff, but
I
yeah.
love a good conspiracy. I
Ooh,
love
I know.
it.
I love
The
that.
Denver thing though it's gotten so popular that now the marketing team for the airport they play into it. So last time I was in Denver, they had like construction up and they were like joking on the signs. They're like, what's going on behind these walls? And they were like playing into like the whole what everyone thinks. It's wild.
Oh my God. And who built it? Who built it?
I believe it was Freemasons. There's a big Freemason like a stone or whatever. So I
Oh,
think, people get suspicious whenever they
mm,
are involved.
okay, okay. Do you believe that the reptilians are the ones that are
I don't
charged?
I don't know much about that conspiracy theory. I do know that people say I have heard people say that was like the whole like reptilian thing is kind of some parts of it are like rooted in like um anti-Semitism, I want to say. So I try to stay away from that one, but I do I think they kind of got mixed together, like the two separate theories. But I don't know. I definitely think some elites are doing some weird things in that airport.
Oh,
It
okay.
does give it gives kind of bad vibes when I go there. Not gonna lie.
I haven't been to the Denver airport. I'm gonna tap
Do
in.
not recommend.
Okay,
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Okay, I
If
read the.
you have to go, but I before I was even aware of the conspiracy theory, the first time I went, I was like, something's this place is weird. And then I read it, I was like, oh, makes sense.
Wow, I wonder if anyone that listens to this episode has any experiences with the Denver airport.
Tell them to comment. Let us
Yeah,
know. Give
let
us
us
the
know.
tea.
Let us know because I haven't been, so and I don't plan on going.
Yeah, so you can skip that one.
That's so funny. So you also do music, right?
Hmm.
You're a singer as well. You'd also write music for other artists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Awesome.
sing sometimes, occasionally.
Do you have any of your own music that you're working on?
Not at the moment. So I'll backtrack to give like some context. So I went to school for music. I went to the University of Michigan. So music has always been my career. Like my crystal shop is like my baby. She's new. I love her. She's going great. But music has always been what I've done for a living. So I started off as a songwriter, writing, pitching songs for other artists. And like to get the song to them, you have to sing it so they can hear the demo and be like, okay, I like this, I don't like it, whatever. So I started off doing that. And I remember like one of the biggest pieces of feedback I would always get is like, this song is so great, but your voice is just so different. I don't know, we can't think of who could sing this. And to me, I would always be like, use your imagination. Like, do I have to mimic, like, do I have to mimic the artist to get you to hear? But a lot of people can't, they can't hear it. So they're just like, I don't know, it's a great song, whatever. So at that point, I was like, well, I'm writing all these songs and no one's taking them. So then I started going into television, and I would write songs for different shows, like scoring basically. And I would sing the songs, they would leave my voice on it, and it would just go like that. And I've probably worked on like literally like hundreds of shows, like different shows, a few films, but mostly TV. And so I was doing that, and then a few people, music producers, like, "Oh, this is your voice?" And we kind of, worked on my own project. But yeah, I'm mainly a songwriter.
Wow, that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
How did you get into that of the scoring? Like the for
Um, yeah, so I actually, when I was in college, I interned at MTV, and the I think it was the year I interned, or like maybe the second, it was like the first year they had like created this program, which was like basically what we know now as like sync, like music sync, putting music to shows, but it was like a brand new department there. So I interned there, and they were still figuring everything out. And I kind of just got an in with them. So I never told them I did music. I was just doing my job like a good intern. I was there on time. I was doing everything, just working. And on the last day of my internship, I was like, hey guys, so I also write music. Here's my CD. This is when we had CDs, girl. So I was like, here's my CD. Like, I burned a copy at home. I was like, if you guys want to listen to it. And I gave it to them. They're like, why didn't you tell us? Like, because my bosses were so cool. They're like, why didn't you tell us? So they listened to it, and they're like, oh, we're going to put these on the show. So like I was in college, and they were just like, yeah, well, we're going to put these on our show, and it's going to be cool. And we started working while I was still in school.
Oh my God, that is so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You remember those mix CDs? Like, did you ever make a mix for
And
somebody?
you would write like the
For
names of each song.
every song on the front, right?
Yeah. You had to write it out.
Why did
Like, this
everybody
is
do that? Why?
because you didn't know what was on there. You had to know what was on the CD.
Yeah, because you had so many of them that you're like, you can't mix
They
them
all
up.
look the same. You could buy the whole pack. So you had to know which was which. Like,
They all look exactly the same.
they were
Oh
the
my
same. We
God.
were like bootlegging music.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I used to download it off of LimeWire.
LimeWire. See, like, I'm in the music industry, and I was doing it too. Good times.
Oopsie. I don't do it anymore, obviously.
Good times. We are streaming now, so everyone has access.
Times have changed for sure.
Yeah.
So I did hear your song that you have on TikTok that I really like that you put
Oh,
with your crystal store. I forgot what's
it
the
might be like was it the Gwen Stefani like remix I did, or was it
yeah,
like
yeah.
some other? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one.
I
Yeah.
called it, her song is hella good, so I called it Hella Affirmations.
I love that name. Is it on
Thank you.
Spotify or anywhere? Where can I get it?
No, it's on, I think it's on YouTube and SoundCloud, because remember now we're in a new era, so I got to get clearances for all that, so I couldn't put it on
Oh,
Spotify or anything like
that's right.
that.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Well, then on YouTube, we'll have to check you
Yeah,
out.
it's on YouTube. It's fun. It's a little bop.
Yeah, I like that one. Do you have any new music that you're working on that you're gonna come out? Because
I
I really love your
do. Thank you. I am working on a Crystal album. It's gonna take some time though. It's gonna take a bit of time. It has to be right. But I did drop two little singles. Like I dropped Amethyst first and I dropped Tourmaline. So I'm gonna do an entire project just about crystals, and you'll learn about each crystals, not like in like a corny like kids boppy way, but you're gonna get, you know, the information, but it'll be fun. And you know, just some positive vibes. Like we got a lot of, I love the ratchet stuff, love that, I will dance to it, but I need, you know, sometimes you want to listen to something a little bit more uplifting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. I love that. I love the Tourmaline song. That one's my
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, I like that. Hey, I be jamming on that with that one. I don't know how the kids talk nowadays.
It's okay. We're old. We had CDs. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh my gosh. And I want to ask, so you are a conscious content creator and you're into conspiracies and all that. And then you have your crystal shop. How do you mesh like you're being heart led and having a business and doing this content? Like how do you blend both of them?
That's an amazing question, because it's something that I really thought about in the beginning of my business. And for me, I think for some reason, and I don't know why, but for some reason our society really likes to separate the concept of like spirituality and like being financially, like being having abundance and having money, right? For some reason our society has like made us believe that the two things do not go together. So when you say like, oh, I'm spiritual, they want you to be like starving in the streets, or like be like a monk who barely ever talks and just drinks green tea and just lives off photosynthesis, or what, you know what I mean? It's like, and everyone has their path, and there are those people who have committed to that life of a specific type of what I would consider to be suffering, because I'm not trying to, I'm here for the abundance. That's my path.
Mhm.
So I think that it's a mindset thing that a lot of us have to get over when we start on this path of spirituality, because we can almost feel guilty for making money or wanting money even. Like it's almost like, oh, you're not supposed to want that. And I don't believe that's true. I believe that money is another form of energy, just like the time that you and I are spending here, we're sharing energy together. It's the same thing. If I pay someone for a service, I'm sharing my energy with them to reciprocate whatever they're doing for me. So I'm not one of those people that believes that the two are separate. I actually believe that more spiritual people, or whatever spiritual people, should have money. I think we should make a conscious effort to have more, because like it or not, we do live in this like 3D world, and in our society it runs off money. So if you want to be a philanthropist, if you want to make change or whatever, there has to be something to finance that. Who bails the protesters out of jail? Like just words, just intention. Yeah, intention, and then someone shows up with the check because you may have put that intention into place and you get them out. So I think that we can really take more of our power back by making an effort to be financially free, financially successful. So that's one of my things. I definitely don't have that guilt of like, oh, I shouldn't charge for my services. No, my time is valuable, just like yours is, just like everyone else's is, and it's an energy. So yeah, I want to be abundant. I want to enjoy my life.
Just to piggyback on what you're saying, like, yeah, I totally agree, because my relationship with money has had to change because, I grew up with a lack mentality kind of
Mm.
mindset. And so, because, I saw my mom not have enough and say that she didn't have enough, and the money just
Mm-hmm.
on trees and that kind of stuff. It gets programmed
Yeah.
into your head as a child. And
Yes.
and then the other day I asked this question as like a journal entry for myself and for the people on Ibble. I said, what if money didn't exist, how would your life be different? Would you be doing the same thing or would things be the same? And that got me thinking, because am I placing my worth on having money, because
Right.
if I'm, let's say I'm broke, I don't have money, then do I think I'm not worthy? Does that make my time not
Right.
valuable? Does that make me less of a person that's valuable? And why am I, and it also got me thinking, why don't I said that I would make more music if money didn't exist. So why am I not making the music right
Why? Yeah,
now? You know what
yeah.
I mean?
That's a beautiful prompt. I love
Yeah.
that.
What do you think? What would your answer be to that?
I asked myself a version of that. Not your way is better. I need to reword it that way. But I ask myself a version of that question almost every day when I'm journaling. And I think I'm doing it too. I think I'm kind of in the groove where I'm kind of doing what I would do. The only thing I would say is that I would probably travel a bit more, see more of the world, which I do. I travel a lot, but that little thing that's roaming around the earth has put a damper on that. But I do travel. I think I want
Doing
to I really want to experience this earth. Like, I don't know the next time I'm going to be here, if I'm ever coming back to this place. Like, I want to see mountains. I want to just like really live. And I do have a tendency to we all do, I think, be very caught up in our own little bubble of what we're doing, and our problems seem like the biggest things in the world. But they're really not. Like, I want to just make sure I'm really experiencing as much as possible while I'm here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Experiencing as much and connecting with as many people as possible
Yeah.
and connecting with the land, with Mother Earth.
That's where it is for me. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. And as I was reading the book, The Green Witch, um,
Ooh.
yeah, I like it. It's good. I haven't finished it yet, but um it really says that, like, as a green witch, right, you honor and protect the land and you have reverence for the land. And if you have reverence for Mother Earth, then you also have reverence for everything that Mother Earth has given life to, which we are part of as well. So
Mm.
so you also have to honor and have reverence for your neighbors and your brothers and sisters.
I
So
think, yeah, like, so simple but profound, you know?
yeah, I love that.
I
um
feel like the Native Americans had that and have that figured out, very much so figured out. Like,
mhm.
we're behind when it comes to that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so all this stuff got brought up with the whole money prompt for me. Like, it brought up a lot of things. So that's why
Yeah,
I journaling prompts. Like
that's so cool.
yeah.
One thing you made me think about, and I was thinking this on my walk. I get all these like ideas on my walk. You know how like you're in the shower and you're just like download of ideas.
Yes.
That's how it is for me when I go outside on a walk. So yesterday, and by the way, so I was raised Baptist, Christian, like in the church every single day. No shade to any Christians, nothing like that at all. Just not my path anymore. Um, and I'm constantly still deprogramming all these beliefs, like you said, with your mentality when you were a child. I'm constantly seeing, oh my gosh, like, let me shift this. So yesterday I'm walking and I'm thinking about the concept of money and tithing to the church and giving to the church and all of this. And I just kept thinking, man, some of these churches are doing so well and do zero for the community or very little for the community. And why was it always about tithing to this one church? Yes, keep the lights on, fun. But
Mhm.
also, like, what about just the earth? Wouldn't the earth be like the church? Is
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Wouldn't like the land, if we took care of our planet the way that we should, isn't that more of like the vessel, like God's real creation, not this building, but the entire world? Like, what if we put our money and resources and time and more energy into taking care of that? I feel like God would be like, that's cool. That's more important than this one little building over here. Like, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like if everybody felt that way and lived that way, if it would be more balanced, like the energies,
Yeah.
because it got me thinking, well, money, not unfortunately or fortunately,
Hmm.
it exists, it is an
Yeah.
energy. It is an energy that exists in this
Yeah.
society, especially and this society has been built and programmed to work as that, having a function in it, right? And so you have to learn, like you learn to manage all of these energies. Money is another
Yes.
energy that you have to learn to manage and let the flow come in and circulate it. It's all about circulation.
That
That's
was really well said. You should put that on a TikTok. The money is like just another form of energy you learn to manage. I like that. That's
yeah.
good. That's
Ooh.
TikTokable.
Okay, TikTokable. Let me quit it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thank you for it.
That's good. I like that.
Oh my gosh. So I want to talk about Gemsy. Gemsy's your baby.
Yes,
How did
Gemsy.
Gemsy get started?
Gemsy is my quarantine baby, and I've been collecting crystals forever since I was a kid. Well, I would go outside and pick up rocks like a weirdo, like when you're like speaking of the
I
Green
would eat them.
Witch. Yeah, like
I
I
would
would
eat
be
rocks.
making like little bowls of like spells. I would be like, this is like my plant potion. And I would just, I don't know, just weird kid stuff. And I'd be like putting rocks and tree leaves, weird stuff. So I've always been into like nature. And then during quarantine, I made a TikTok because I wanted to talk about connect with other people like you. Like I just was like, felt so alone, isolated. So I was just talking about spirituality, showing my crystals, and everyone was asking me, where do you get them from? Where do you get your crystals? I'm like, well, that's a good question because now all the shops are closed. I don't know where I would get crystals if I needed to. And people just kept asking me, and then people started saying, you should have your own crystal shop. And I was like, I should have my own crystal shop. So I just like did some research, and it just literally, I don't remember the moment that I said, I'm going to do this. It just kind of like took a life of its own.
Wow. Wow. So it started, yeah, that's amazing. So it started as a quarantine baby.
Yeah, quarantine baby.
That's amazing. And it's doing well, right? You have
Yeah, it's doing really well. Like I'm constantly surprised. I'm like, oh wow, this is a real thing because I've always considered myself, I put myself in a box, right? I'm like, no, I'm a songwriter. This is what I do. I'm an artist. I'm a creative. And I found that this is a way, another outlet for my creativity, and I love it and I'm enjoying it and I love the energy behind it. I love that it's helping people. I love the messages that people send me about it, and so it's so fulfilling. And if you would have asked me like a few years ago, I would have like, no, like, why would I do that? I'm a musician. Like, so I think that's a good lesson for me and for all of us that like sometimes our egos, we may think we are very determined down a path and you can work really hard. Like I really like busted my ass in music and I still do. Like, you know how it is. It's
mhm,
hard. It's
yeah,
very, it's hard. And
yeah.
I'm one of the few who made a full-time living from it, but it is still to this day, it's hard.
It takes a lot
And
of time
this,
and energy too.
it takes a lot out of you. There's constant rejection after rejection after rejection. And whereas this is just completely something that I didn't even think of myself. It wasn't from my ego. It was just literally like almost like a higher consciousness saying, here, let me unfold this path for you. All you have to do is check the boxes on the way, and it's just flowed. So I'm surprised, to be honest.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you just let it come in, like that divine inspiration, it
Yeah.
works. It
Exactly.
goes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm proud of you and I love it.
Thank you.
You have such amazing crystals. You like,
Thank you. I need to send you something. I'm gonna send you
I have,
something.
I've been meaning to go and look and I'm like, I'm gonna go check
And
out.
now I got you. I'm gonna put together a little care package.
Oh, yeah, so excited. Oh
Wait,
my,
I gotta before you go, I need to ask you, what's going on with your music? Tell us. Tell us.
oh,
Because
child.
I know you
Okay,
got
girl.
something going
Hmm.
on.
Okay. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So I am working on a mantra EP. Ooh,
Love that.
gonna be I 5 is my life path number. It's also my favorite number. It's also the day I was born.
That's a good number. It's a
So
good
five
number.
five is prominent for me. So I want it to be 5 songs. I already have some songs. I have I think 7. So I'm
Mm.
still debating between 5 or 7. And each song is going to be a different genre. And
That's dope. I love
yeah.
that.
So I want everything's gonna be so different. And so it'll be like either like, oh, you're listening to a hip hop song or like a dance song, or it's like
Ooh.
a really like tribal song, or it's a alternative song, but it's a
Yeah,
mantra, you know what I mean? So that's the vibe that I'm going for. But
that's amazing.
yeah, yeah, I'm still working on it though. So I don't have a date for it. So
Okay.
guys, just stay tuned. I am working as fast as I can, but
We'll be staying tuned because you
you
said you
can't
would
force the
be.
creative flow. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta just let it,
But
but
you're
we're
you
ready for
but you say that you're
it.
always motivated, right? Thank you.
Well, not to be I yes, motivated to do something, but not always to write music, so I totally get what you mean.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. The writing is there's just something I don't know. Because
You have to let it come.
yeah, it has to just like it's like a download kind of. I consider it like a download, right?
It's like channeling.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
channeling. It's yeah, because you just like for example, you listen to the beat and then you just hear a melody in your head, like out of nowhere.
It's literally channeling. You're just the vessel and you're providing the voice for that melody, but like you said, where does it come from?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Do you tap into your psychic abilities?
I do. I'm okay. So since I told you about my Baptist trauma, I have a little PTSD from that. So I'm scared of a lot of things. So that's one thing I'm consciously working on is fear of pretty much anything because you're programmed to believe that everything is demonic, right? So I'm constantly towing the line of, opening up my third eye, but also not freaking myself out. So it's a journey.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I grew up really Christian and um so I also have like trauma like PTSD from everything is it's evil. Like even when I love tarot, like I read tarot every single day for
Yeah.
myself. And I do it for other people sometimes, but not that's not really my main focus. I want to focus more on like the sound healing
Mhm.
and the energy healing because I also am a Reiki master now.
Wait, why I didn't know that, but okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Good to
Reiki
know.
master now.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to give you a little.
I will book you. I will pay. I will book you.
Oh my God, no! But I'll give you a discount.
Money is energy, remember? We
Yeah,
talked
money
about
is
this.
energy. This is true. No, no, but yeah. So I'm focusing on that. But I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking
Oh,
about?
you were saying about the I'm sorry, I distracted you. We were what oh, the trauma from growing up in the tarot.
Oh yeah. So when I do tarot, like I think like I get thoughts like if I should be doing it, if I should be if you want to just
Yeah.
get the guidance, like you just get it from directly from spirit. But I'm like, it's a tool, like
It's a
spirit gives you all
tool.
these tools.
It's a tool. That's what I think. It's a tool, and you're talking to yourself, a version of yourself, in my opinion. So, but I do know what you mean, and there still are things that I will not touch. Like I'm not touching a Ouija board. I can't. I have no desire to get over that fear. I think it's a healthy fear.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's a healthy respect I have for it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna leave you alone.
Yeah, exactly. And respect, like you said, like
It's like, yeah, I believe that something there is going on. I'm not sure that I need to be invested with it,
mhm.
but
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're just if you ain't aligned, you ain't aligned.
there you go. There you go.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know how long we've been talking, but it's been so freaking fun. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for being on. I do like to ask, is there anything else that you want to talk about before we hop off this call?
I don't think so. This was fun. It was like a little girl chat, like a little kiki. It
Yes.
was fun.
Yes, I love it. All right, my love, let everybody know your social media handles, please.
Yes. So I am Love Colby Janine on where am I? On TikTok and
Mhm.
Instagram. And then my business, the crystal business, is Love Gemsy. So yeah, that's
Yes, and I will make sure to
me.
tag all of that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Infinite Souls, thank you so much for listening. Until next time, mucho love.